Hey everybody, this is Erico and I am back again on your computer screens. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. Why? Because you're watching this video. So this story comes from South Korea, and no, not from the bustling cities of Seoul, but from the countryside, and it has to do with older women. You might think, no, it has to do with younger people and how they would want to leave this countryside and go to the big cities and be K-pop idols. No, it is actually about these women who have become a melted part of Korea's history and being alive when there was the Korean War, and to live through that and to live out their lives and having their life being mostly just the countryside. These women were very inspired. They had an inspiration. And you might think, what is it? Making kimchi? Doing their crops? Being better grandparents? No. They said that the grandchildren are going to get to see them on TV because the inspiration was hip hop. Yo, man.
땡땡땡 학교 종이 땡땡 친다 어서 모이자 선생님이 우리를 기다리신다 주한테 시작과 빠지면
They said they coming around the blocks of Seoul. And these 7 women, actually 8, because they actually got a leader. They're called the 7 princesses of old school nursing home hip hop. These women bursted out from the countryside. And what actually started them with this group and the inspiration was that they saw hip-hop artists from a video that their teacher had. These women are a part of Korea's history, as I said. There are a lot of Korean people, a lot of people don't know this, but that are illiterate, that never learned how to read or write Korean, or they don't read and write very well, and it's because that during the time there wasn't a lot of resources. There was a time where Korea's economy was really down in the dumps. And that's where Korea really prides itself on having determination of picking themselves back up because they built their own economy back up from nothing. We're talking about having a zero economy where they were eating dogs, eating dirt, eating whatever they could get their hands on until they clawed their way back up. And now look at South Korea now. Even though there's still problems with the birth rate now and people thinking that most things are too expensive, so expensive that they can't go on dates or produce children or even start a family, South Korea still has all these wonderful things and they're still thriving in technology and education, and they continue to thrive even with all of the stuff that is going on. And these Korean ajumas, the grannies, the halmonies, yes, the halmonies, this is no exception for them. They are now on TV. They are doing shows. People are coming out to see them. And it's really more so of them talking about helping other older people that may have dementia or other health issues. And they're saying that it's good that they, being in their early to late 80s, are out here and they're rapping. They're spitting fire. Now, you know, the fire might not always land in the actual desired target. You know, that it might not always be on beat. But they're still doing their thing. And I really have to respect it.
꼬치밭에 꼬치 따고 수박밭에 수박 따고 오이밭에 오이 따고 가지밭에 가지 따 호박밭에 호박 따고 집에 돌아오 너무너무 행복합니다. 미스에 좋습니다. 네.
They're running around with gold chains, hats, sweatshirts, glasses. And they're like, we bringing the new wave to y'all. So this does pose another discussion, and it's about how hip hop as a black art form, we're ending this beautiful, lovely Black History Month, and how it is perceived to other races. So I still believe that South Korea has this image in their head where to them hip hop is a fashion trend, just a style. And it is a little sad to me because I feel like that they don't realize that hip hop is more than that. That is actually comes from people where it was a livelihood, where it was people who did not have a voice. So this is nothing against the wonderful, cute harmonies that are doing what they do. It's more so talking about how I feel like the essence of hip hop and the history isn't taught. It was more like some Korean Americans and some Korean borns get influenced and they kind of just bring it on into this country, and everybody sees it and it's promoted, and to them it's like, oh yeah, this is just fashion. Like if I want to do rap, all I got to do is do cornrows or do an afro or wear a chain, some glasses, baggy clothes, and just go like yo 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 and kind of rap on the beat, and it's like, okay, that's all that it is to it. But I do wish that there was more of a deeper connection and understanding to the art form than what it is. But it's become more so where in the beginning in South Korea, rap was considered a bad genre where only like bad, low, down in the barrel people listen to. And as time gradually went on, it became more and more and more of a mainstream pop phenomenon. And especially when they started adding idols rapping into the groups, and it became more of a thing. But it was also this other conflict where it was like a bias of, okay, the idol groups get to do it, but when it comes to the actual rappers, it was always like censorship, or it's too much, or you can't perform this on TV. So that's where that conflict came in. If you see shows like Show Me the Money, it's you have the indie rappers who have kind of like a grudge against the idol rappers, because it's like you get all of this opportunity and it's like, but I'm here, I was working my way up. And that's why you also have some of the indie rappers that were once underground who become idol rappers. So it's like, where does the understanding of the art form come from? Because the art form is not the gold chains. It's not you saying yo, 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 yo. It's not you rapping kinda on beat. It's not you wearing baggy clothes. It's not you doing any of the outward things. It has more to do with you being yourself and you telling your story. But most rappers that are South Korean and that are popular, it's hip hop to them is mostly like, the gold grills and all the different image qualities that go into that. And I'm like, I just want to hear your story. And this is the one thing that these grandmas did right. They actually talk about their lives in the country, their families, them not being able to read and write and learning how to read and write, and they're having fun with it. It's not something I take too seriously, but I do take seriously about the whole aspects of a cultural appreciation, cultural appropriation, and just kind of copying. I think that it opens up a whole dialogue. I'm not one to really gatekeep so much, and I'm not one to really sit and point out every single instance. I don't have time. But I do think about how the originators aren't really, respected enough, and also how the art form itself isn't really dug into and studied the way like I feel like it should be. It's been kind of reduced to just, it's an image, or it's a fashion style, and that's all it is, and that is hip-hop. And it's not just South Korea. Most people all around the world are doing this. And I look at it as a black person and I think, this is cute, but it's like, do you really understand? Do you really, really, truly understand? And I look for that. It's like, do you really understand this art form? Do you understand where this comes from? Do you understand why there was the gold chains and the grills and the overall embodiment of hip-hop? And a lot of those rappers don't really understand. And I guess that's why they say Korean hip-hop, but no matter what language, rap is rap. And it originated from one certain type of people. And you can't really understand the essence and the beauty of rap and of hip-hop if you don't understand the people. Now, there is appreciation that gets blurred in with cultural appropriation, where people will say, well, you know, they're stealing hairstyles. But I do think there is appreciation in that. It's kind of like, I don't want to say monkey see, monkey do, because it's kind of negative, but it is kind of like that. You know, it's kind of like they look at it and it's like, oh, I think it's cool. This is what I'm into. I can have a voice. And that's what hip hop is about. You can be a nerd and be yourself. And it's like, as long as you have a voice to speak about who you are and what your experiences are. I want to hear about your experiences. I don't want to hear about fake experiences of you running around the block with a gun when you know you've never done that. I don't want to hear about you having all this bling bling and getting girls when you know that you live at home with your mama. What I want is to just hear who you are when you rap. That's it. You don't even need none of the gold chains or the grills or none of that. Now, there are some people where, you know, how you see them on stage with all of that on, that's how they are out in the street. There are Korean rappers that, how you see them on the stage, that's how they are out in the street when you see them in Seoul or anywhere else. Then there's some that you see them on stage and they're completely different out in the street. And it's like, that's where you can tell, like, this is a facade. And also just bringing up how using a lot of these attributes in the image and putting it on non-black bodies, and how it's celebrated when it's put on a non-black body, even by my own people. But when looking at all these attributes on a body that looks like mine and my skin tone, it's seen as negative, as something that isn't to be celebrated or isn't to be seen as beautiful. It's like when a person that has a darker skin tone shows this image, it can be seen as cool, but then it can also be seen as scary. Or like, there have been instances on Korean dance shows where a Korean contestant will basically say in so many words that a black female is beastly or super strong. And it's like, these certain ideas are not some that should be only placed on people because of their skin tone. And we need to kind of delete the programming, because it's so easy for other people that are white or people that are from other races, to exhibit all different types of images. And nobody thinks this about these people. It's only about black people. And I do hope that we get to a point where there is like more diversity in thinking and seeing people as people and respecting people as people. So you guys, this is a lot to think about. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also a blog on East Asian pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching.